My name is Doug, and I want to record a quick little video to help you with getting started with the weekly giving software. Okay, so I've emailed this software to a lot of you out there, and so I just wanted to show you how we can get started with real quickly. The first thing that I would suggest is going ahead and making a folder to hold the weekly giving information. You can put it on your C drive, your D drive, doesn't really matter where. A lot of people would end up putting it right on their desktop. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and do for now. So I'm just going to go ahead and create a new folder right on the desktop. And this will be my 2017 giving. So I create the folder. Let's open it up, and this is where I would drop the master weekly giving file. So let's just go to the email that was sent, and right out of there I'll go ahead and grab the Word document, that is the instruction manual, as well as the master weekly giving Excel file. Let's just drop that on here. Okay, so I have this folder, and within the folder then I have the weekly file as well as the documentation. All right, I'm going to go ahead and open up the weekly giving. Okay, so when I do, interestingly, it says security warning, macros have been disabled. This is a macro enabled Excel file, and we need the macros to do the necessary work within the Excel file, but they're currently disabled. And that's just because Excel, in order to try to protect us from things that we don't trust, will disable macros by default until you tell Excel that this is a trusted that folder is a trusted location, and this Excel file is to be trusted as well. And the instructions for doing that are in the documentation I sent, so go ahead and just follow that. For today, I'm just going to go ahead and enable it this one time, so we can walk our way through the other changes you'll need to make. Okay, it does pop up the date of the donation. Now, I'm not really making a donation. This is just my first time, and I want to getting everything set up. So let's just cancel this and move on a little bit. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is go to the Parameters tab. And the concept that I try to follow here is that the things you can change are listed in yellow. This is where I need you to make your entries. Everything else is locked down or protected. Okay, so as we kind of walk down through here, and again, you'll find these detailed in the instruction manual, but the things that you definitely want to change will be the calendar year. The first time you'll do this, set up your church name and address. As far as the information you need to put on your footer or header for the annual the giving reports, the donation report that you create, you'll go ahead and just put in that information here. So whatever your standard verbiage is that you use in your receipts, go ahead and put that right here. Okay, the other thing that would be a little bit different, maybe a little bit unexpected, is the concept that you don't have to print receipts for all donations. The IRS has a particular limit, and that's what this is here. If you don't want to print receipts for everybody, but only those who give in addition greater than equal to this particular amount, then that's what you would set here. If you want everybody to get a receipt, go ahead and just set this to 0. Okay, and then some other items here that you need to fill in. Again, you'll see this information detailed in the file the documentation that I gave you. Okay, the other thing that I need you to look at, and year after year, these will be the two items you do have to maintain year after year, is the current year that you're receiving your donations, and the name of the master file. This is just a little check to make sure that you aren't accidentally going into one of the saved copies and trying to do some work in there and run the macros there that you should not be doing in the copy, but always starting in the master. So just as a way to make sure there's no confusion, we go ahead and enter here the name of the master file that we're using. Okay, so once you've made those small changes, let's go on to the next place. So the next thing you would want to do is move to the donor list. So this is where you record the list of your donors and the envelope numbers that you've assigned to them. Now, most folks that I work with have used a numbered system. They get X number of boxes, whether it be 25 or 50 or 100 or 200 boxes, and those are numbered and assigned to specific peoples. So go ahead and fill all of that in for your numbered boxes. If you have some that are numbered but you haven't assigned them to anyone yet, you can leave this designation in there, or you're welcome to delete this and fill it in later as you assign them to particular people. But go ahead and fill all of the known things in before you start using the program. So we would have and your choice, first name, last name, comma, first name, however you want to enter it. So let's do Tom Jones, of course, and the Smiths. And then just work your way down through filling all that in. This whole sheet, this worksheet is unprotected, so you can make all of the changes here that are necessary. A lot of times we have giving that is cash or loose offerings, and there's no way to designate that or assign it to any individual. So we just by default are choosing the number 100 as our loose offerings. You can make that whatever number you want and just consistently use that for your loose offerings. In addition, there are typically folks that don't use the numbered envelopes, but they pull an envelope out of the back of the pew and use it on a fairly regular basis. You want to assign those people a number. So however you might want to do this, maybe you just want to start at 150, or you'll just do 200 and beyond for all of those routine givers where we need to assign an envelope number. So go ahead and fill fill all of those known items in as well. A lot of times when you get a new person giving, especially if they use a check, you can read right on the check their name, but also their address. So I think it's a good idea, for new, especially the new people, that you go ahead and record their address while you're here, recording their name and assigning a number. All right, so once you fill that in, we're ready to go on to the next part, and actually the final part here in getting everything ready to go, and that would be over to the entry sheet. So there's one portion of the entry sheet where we need you to make possibly some changes, and that would be the names of your categories, your giving categories. So even though these aren't yellow, these cells up here are unprotected so that you can make changes. So let's say in your for you, it's not called building category, but maybe it's called trustees. So go ahead and just change here in row 3 the name of that category. And when you do, it automatically then changes in our weekly report. It automatically changes that. It changes it in our monthly report, and it changes it in our receipts. So very easy for you to change the category and have it apply everywhere. So, and that is the extent of the changes that we need you to make as you start everything up. Final step here, go ahead and just simply save the Excel file. And now you are ready to begin using it.